This is a journal story about some ants and the grasshopper, and it talks about how the ants, they save over summer, and they're busy collecting food and storing it away for winter. And the grasshopper comes along and he says no, he'd much rather be playing around and making music over summer. When it comes to winter, he realizes that he's cold and he doesn't have any food, and so he knocks on the door of the ant's house and asks if they will give him food and shelter. They bargain, and it ends up that he has to work for them and waiting and on them, but he gets also enough food to survive. The next summer, he actually learns from his mistake, and the story explains that. The reading strategy that we're going to be practicing today is cross-checking. So maybe skipping the word if we're not sure of it, checking the pictures, but then also making sure that what we are reading is still making sense. So let's have a look at that. Let's have a little read. It was a cold winter's night. A southerly. I'm not sure what that word there is. Not sure what this word here is. I don't know. So I'm going to read on. Was blowing up from and so I'm going to sound that word out because it looks like I can chunk it. Antarctica. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the beginning of the sentence. A southerly was blowing up from Antarctica. A southerly I'm sounding it out. Gale was blowing up from Antarctica. And I have heard that a gale is like a wind, so that does make sense. Every creature in the bush was freezing except the ants. The ants were safe and warm inside their Okay, so I'm not quite sure about that word. And they had plenty to eat. I'm looking at the picture. I know that ants live in groups called colony. Okay, let's go back and check it. The ants were safe and warm inside their colony, and they had plenty to eat. Yep, so I can see that the ants are here in their colonies. So let's look at the next page. We'll just do a little bit of this, just in a bit of an example. It had been different during the summer. While the ants gathered food, I'm not sure of that word there, insulated their colony, all the other creatures relaxed in the sun and enjoyed themselves. So I need to go back. While the ants and insulated. I'll just go back again. While the ants gathered food and insulated their colony, all the other creatures relaxed in the sun and enjoyed themselves. I'm still not sure, so I'm just going to circle that word. Whoops, I'll circle the right word. It felt as if the good times would never end. Hey ants, lighten up and come and eat with us, said the hoo-hoo grub as they feasted on dead wood. Sorry, can't stop now, replied the ants. Chill out and enjoy the sun, said the weta as he lazed on a log. You won't get the chance in winter. No time, said the ants. There's work to do. Check out all the amazing flowers and plants, said the wasps as they buzzed from place to place. Out of the something, replied the ants. We'll go back to the start. Out of the question, replied the ants. We know which plants we need to check out, the ones that can be stored for us to eat in winter. The grasshopper was not interested. The grasshopper was not interested in gathering food. He lay in the hot sun, and rubbed his legs together to make music. We're prepare. I'm chunking it in my syllables. Whoops, my pen's in the wrong place. Preparing for winter. And so should you, said the ants and the grasshopper. The grasshopper laughed. Plenty of time for that, he said. Sit down and take it easy. Listen to these beautiful sounds. Okay, so the reading strategy that we've been doing is going back and cross-checking that the word that we have tried makes sense in that particular sentence, and also with the pictures